Good day. My name is Ludwin Pedraza, a student in English 4, and I am recording this video in order to get an approachment to the work of my partner, Marlisse Poveda. I'm gonna start analyzing and giving an opinion about the definition she wrote about what is a metaphor. So I think she is using this definition in a very technician way. Uh, it is very important to say that metaphors work in specifically or especially in poetry, of course, in writing text or writing products, but it is possible to describe any situation of life through metaphors. For example, uh, Marlise talks about um, the influence in the intention of the speech related with enhanced descriptions, becoming cynical, ironic, offensive, unexplained, twisted, and even mysterious. So, if we are able to use metaphors in our daily speeches, um, our language could be very interesting or express our ideas in a very interesting way. Okay, now what I have to say about the story of Marlise Poveda. So, I think as many people here in Colombia are suffering impacts of the government changes or maybe economical difficulties, she has decided to go abroad and prove uh, beyond horizons. So mm, she currently is living in Chile, and she decided this new way of life because of the economical troubles and the the very little number of opportunities people have to improve their intellectual or financial or economical way of life. So in the first stage, she sent her daughters to another country in order to they could um, get or catch their dreams. Mm, okay, the metaphor she decided to reflect on is "Conscience is a Man's Compass" by Vincent van Gogh. She related this metaphor in her story, giving like some messages about the consciousness of take some decision in a specific way. So she decided these changes, not thinking as she said, not to be narrow-minded or too prudent. Okay, so I think it's a normal story for some people in Colombia. This is my opinion. I have some friends also who are migrated to Canada, for example, to find a better life, better way, better opportunities. And of course, it's normal. I think it depends of people objectives that they want to get in their lives. And of course, if they cannot see the opportunities here, well, they are totally free to decide to be or live in another country. So as well, checking the story, I can note that she's using it in a very good way the past tense and as well as grammatic rules. The text is totally clear and it's very concise. And of course, the spelling or the words she using are correct. Of course, are giving currents and are giving reasons, or are telling with the narrative aspects necessary to understand the story. So I think are very good way. Um, I think three pieces of advice related to a story could be the first one is that maybe it's important to not cut every route here in Colombia. As well, I know she and her family are living outside, are living abroad, but it's very important to maintain contact with the original country. And another, it's about the direction she's having there where she is. So, for example, always know or value the culture, and it is very important to know that uh, there is no a perfect place in earth. So I consider that God always has a good way for us, the best way. mm, it it is not ever the way we imagine, but I think it's part of life and growing and growth, those crises. And the last piece of advice about the story is, of course, that um, enjoy and be happy with all things you are doing and all things you have. To be happy with that is the clue, I think. It guides you to not be in a lot of debts or um, many things to pay related with money, of course. And of course, people are very important in our relationships life. So never forget that this world is alive because of people. um Okay, what could I say about learning? Of course, it in some points blows my mind, because I think uh, to have a decision like this, to take a decision like this, and go abroad thinking about family, well, I think it's very important. So I try to be very conscious about it. So related with the metaphor, of course, conscious. If conscious is directed by Holy Spirit, I think, of course, my belief, uh, our mind is going to be health, and our soul as well as our spirit. So I think always put all things in the God's hand to guide it to obtain His guide is an excellent decision. So thank you very much for your attention. I think this is all about my partner's story, Marlisse Poveda Rincon, and thank you so much for your attention.